Let me ask you something. Why is it that majority of Africans would rather sell their land, borrow millions, and pay an agent just to go abroad and scrub toilets when that same money can help you start a business right here? You'll give 1.5 million Kenya shillings, that's roughly $10,000, to a connection man or woman in Nairobi. But you can't invest the same $10,000 into a factory machine, a small agro-processing plant, or even a logistics hustle. Why? Tell me that isn't financial comedy. You literally buy your own slavery. But here is the part that will make your stomach drop. If you think America, Europe, or Asia, or even the Middle East is your financial rescue plan, wait until I tell you the real math that they don't want you to calculate. Hi, I am Miss Muithathi, businesswoman, entrepreneur, and your favorite unlicensed financial surgeon. And in this channel, this is where we turn survival into wealth and chaos into control, so that you can stop being broke or staying broke and eventually start building an empire. Stay with me. I know of someone who sold their house in Kenya, raised around $20,000, and paid their way to Europe. Guess what they are doing now? Cleaning nursing homes. Their rent alone is $1,200. Add food, insurance, and taxes. And suddenly, they're saving way less than what they would have made running a kiosk back home. Here is the sick joke. In the West, the more you work, the more the system eats you alive. In Africa, the more you work, the more the system fears you. Because in Africa, wealth is concentrated in the hands of those who are bold enough to stay. Okay? I'm sure you're out there asking or wondering, what of those Africans, or what of the so-called Africans who are making it big abroad? My dear, don't get too excited yet, because I'm about to expose a truth that will flip your migration dream upside down. So maybe grab yourself a cup of coffee. So you think you'll eventually own a mansion in New York? Stop. You need to understand most Africans abroad don't own businesses. They are cleaners, care workers, Uber drivers, and stuff like that. The closest they get to ownership is renting a chair in a barber shop. Meanwhile, the richest African men alive, they're chilling in Africa. For example, someone like Dangote. He didn't sell goods to go wash dishes in Italy. Instead, he built cement factories right here in Africa. And you're chasing the grass on the other side, not realizing that it's fake turf from Home Depot. But wait, if Africa is the land of opportunity, this is me trying to put myself in other people's shoes. Okay. So if Africa is the land of opportunities, then why are so many people convinced that it's impossible to succeed here? Here is the answer. It's all psychological, and it's about to punch you in your throat. The reason most people, or the reason why you think you can't make it in Africa or in your motherland, is not because of lack of money. It's because you lack ideas. And I say this because right now you decide you want to go abroad or to fly abroad. All of a sudden, you have the energy to actually do anything and everything in your power to raise that money. So money is not the problem. Okay? It's not the lack of money. I hope we can agree on that. You see, money doesn't fix laziness. Instead, it magnifies it. And guess what? If you can trust an agent with your life savings, with the land that was left for you, with everything that you've built, if you can trust a total stranger who calls themselves an agent with that money, why can't you trust yourself with the same amount? Why? Africa is a developing continent. That means there are gaps everywhere. Water, housing, transport, energy, waste recycling, even food processing. If you plug one gap, you print money. But instead of you researching for opportunities, you're on TikTok watching people soft life abroad while you rot in your own potential. Why? Now for you, see the kind of injustice you're doing to yourself. If you're tired of bleeding money and making excuses, my chaos proof monthly system is linked below. My dear, don't wait for another year of broke. So get the system now before you waste one more shilling or dollar. Links below. So you still think foreign lands are your golden ticket? Let me tell you about the ugliest financial secret that no one abroad will post for you on Instagram or TikTok. Watch out for Africans abroad posting depression, the racism, the burnout, and the fact that after 10 years of washing dishes, they might end up returning home with nothing but second-hand clothes for their relatives. Not a lot of them will post that. Very few of them will want to show you that side of life abroad. That's the real story. Meanwhile, the people who stayed, they're building schools, hospitals, transport companies, and eventually they own the land that you actually sold for a one-way ticket to slavery. Or even to make things worse, it looks like we're even changing places. They are coming to Africa while we're busy trying to go abroad. We are willing to sell everything to go abroad. And now, because they know the potential that Africa has, they come here and buy the same land that you sold. It's a cycle. What will happen later? You'll end up selling whatever it is that you've gotten abroad to try and come back to Africa. Let's pray it doesn't get there. Let's pray it's not too late. Let's pray your eyes open sooner rather than later. What I need you to understand is the grass isn't greener on the other side. The grass is only green where you water it. Abroad, you're just watering concrete. In Africa, you're watering fertile soil. The big question here is, do you have the guts to stay and build? Or are you going to sell yourself cheap? Decision is entirely up to you. If you felt like I rubbed you the wrong way, unfortunately, this video is not entertainment. It's your financial rehab. So if you're ready to stop being broke, check out the links below. Okay? My chaos proof monthly system, my ebook on building wealth in 12 months, and my $3 money script guide. Make sure you grab one of those. And if you're still thinking of selling your motherland so you can go wash toilets abroad, may the reality slap you before life does. That's my prayer for you. Okay? I'm Miss Muithathi. See you in the next video.